Pizza time.
You're late. I'm not paying for those.
Flash games. These were my childhood. Some of my best memories from school were sitting at the back of the classroom, and instead of actually passing 6th grade, I would instead play flash games, such as the Balloon series, Earn to Die, and most importantly, the Poppers series. The Poppers games are by far one of my favourite flash games, even to this day. I routinely go back and play these every once in a while when I have nothing better to do. So in this video, I'm going to be talking exclusively about 3 Poppers games, 2 from earlier in the series, and one of the more recent releases. And for the sake of only talking about flash games, and because I hate mobile games, I'll only be talking about the original Poppers games and not the mobile to-go games. The Poppers games are a series of games made by Flipline Studios, in which you play as the average McDonald's worker making minimum wage paying off that crippling debt. You are hired to not only make varying types of food, ranging from pizzas to burgers to donuts and even sushi, but to also manage the entire restaurant by yourself, going as far as to purchase decorations out of your precious $3 tip, while the CEO, Papa Louie, decides to take a boat trip and help with absolutely none of it. Thanks, Louie. Very cool. The first game I want to talk about is Popper's Pizzeria. This is the very first Popper's game to be released, unless you count the platforms under the same name, which I don't. In this game, you play as Roy. You're being hired to run the entire restaurant while Papa Louie is fucked off somewhere, probably to Romania to traffic sex workers and show off his Bugatti.
I like the colour.
You like the color?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color's your Bugatti? Oh, fuck off then.
This game, being the first in the series, is incredibly simple. You take a customer's order, put some toppings on the pizza, cook it, cut it, and that's about the entire game. You do earn money, but there's nothing to spend it on, which means there's no real incentive to do well on every single order. As you can tell by my wonderful gameplay, this very quickly devolves into realising you can just slap a billion anchovies on a pizza, and it doesn't really matter. There's not much else to say about this game, sadly. Comparing it to the later entries, this game doesn't hold up as well, but was nonetheless an important stepping stone. Pizzeria walked so Burgeria could run. Speaking of Burgeria, this is the next game I want to talk about. Oh man, when I talked about playing flash games in 6th grade, this is it. This is the pinnacle of gaming. This is what everyone and their mother was playing. Popper's Burgeria follows a similar story to Pizzeria. However, unlike that game, Papa Louie makes an appearance in this game, opting to actually run his business. This time around, you are given 3 choices of characters: Marty, Rita, and the man himself, Papa Louie. Like an absolute Giga Chad, I chose Papa Louie. The gameplay is, again, fairly simple. You get an order, begin to cook however many patties the burger requires and at the right temperature of rare, medium, and well done. Side note, by the way, never cook a burger patty below anything but well done. That's just asking for E. coli. Once the patty is done cooking, you move it on over to the build station. The holy grail of why this game is a timeless classic. You thought people played this for the gameplay loop? Sure, you could do that. But if you're also a 12-year-old like me, you know what happens next. Yeah, he wasn't too happy about that one. Messing up orders aside, this game has an actual reason to get them right. At the end of each day, you're shown the upgrade screen, where instead of keeping your precious $3 tip to help pay rent, you can only instead buy shitty posters and very expensive restaurant upgrades. I'm sure that's totally not illegal at all. These upgrades, however, can be very useful. Posters increase the time customers are willing to wait for orders, while other upgrades are self-explanatory, such as the heat lamp, which keeps patties warmer for longer, or the various timers that tell you when to flip a burger and take it off the grill. Overall, an improvement from Pizzeria, but this still doesn't have a lot to offer. Popper's Sushiria, by far my favourite game in the series. In this game, you're given a choice between Matt, Clover, and a custom character. That's right, a character creator. Dark Souls, step aside. I knew I wouldn't get through this video without a Dark Souls reference. This game starts out with winning a sneak peek of Papa Louie's newest sushi restaurant. However, on your way out, you knock over a lucky cat statue. It's probably a Chinese knockoff anyway, and you now have to work in the restaurant to pay it off while Papa Louie fucks off again. The reason this is my favourite game in the series so far is because of how much content is packed into it. For a free Flash game, it blows me away how much fun I still find this game. You first start with just white rice, brown rice, as well as nori and soy sushi paper. Then, in the build station, you start out with a handful of ingredients. So, you cook the rice, put in some filling, and that's it, right? Wrong! There's a twist. You must also make boba tea. You know, that drink that everyone's obsessed with for some reason despite tasting like absolute dog shit. Yeah, that. So over in the boba station, you start very limited in what you can make. However, fear not. Unlike its predecessors, this game has progression. Over time, as you level up and reach newer days, you start to build up your arsenal of ingredients. Orders start to become more complicated and honestly kind of disgusting sounding. How are you going to tell me that a tortilla wrap with nacho cheese on top is sushi? Throughout the day, you can earn up to 3 tickets. You can either save these or use them at the end of each day where you are greeted with a minigame. Each day has a different minigame. These give various different prizes that you can use, as well as a bonus prize for winning multiple minigames of that kind. In between days, there's quite a lot to do, so bear with me, as I'll be skipping the unimportant stuff like the parade or stickers, because they don't really affect anything. Upgrades and posters make a return in this game. However, the story is packed with new content, such as furniture and character clothes. You can equip whatever clothing you liked your character once brought, and these only have one use, which I'll get into later. You can also decorate the restaurant with a variety of furniture and posters. These decorations give you points. These increase the time customers are willing to wait. Sounds great, right? Fill the restaurant with as much as you possibly can. Well, the problem is that objects also have a freshness meter. Keeping the same furniture for too long causes it to lose how many points it gives you, which means you have to occasionally swap items out so the freshness can go back up. You might have also noticed that objects and clothing items have special letters and colours associated with them. This leads me to my next point. Holidays. No, don't get confused. You don't get paid time off, or any time off really. Holidays are multiple day-long events that affect what ingredients are available, what kind of customers you get, and more importantly, how you should decorate both the restaurant and yourself. For example, take the very first holiday you enter, the Cherry Blossom Festival. This holiday is themed around the Cherry Blossom Festival that is celebrated in Washington, D.C. It's about the cherry trees Tokyo had gifted them during 1912. So fittingly, you theme your restaurant with pastel pink, green colours to represent the cherry blossoms. From pink furniture to pink food to pink sauce. Wait, no, not that pink sauce. This pink sauce. Cherry blossom furniture and clothes are labelled with a pink C for cherry. Matching 3 or more furniture items increases the amount of points you get from all items of that type. And wearing a matching outfit increases your holiday spirit. What is holiday spirit? Well, I like to call it the get rich quick meter. The more you fill this up, the more tips you get. It's honestly incredibly broken, as it gives you nearly double or I think even triple the regular tip. Alongside this are specials. Depending on your rank, certain specials will be added to a pool, and randomly throughout the game a customer will give you a golden envelope. Make their order well enough and they'll give you the envelope revealing a special of the day recipe. Specials have certain attributes assigned to them, such as extra tickets, more points, or my favourite, tip multipliers. When assigned, only one customer, or 2 if you brought the upgrade, will order the special. Bonuses apply to the special order itself and not any other orders. One of my favourite broken combos is using a 2 times or even better, a 3.5 times tip multiplier with max holiday spirit. This is a guaranteed $40 to $50 extra per day. It's just absolutely broken. So overall, I really enjoy Sushiria. I know it's probably an incredibly niche game nowadays, but I often find myself coming back to it and starting a new save every once in a while some pyrocynical video essays play in the background. It's just one of those comfort flash games for me, and overall, the Papa's Gameria series is a timeless classic. While the older games, like Pizzeria and Burgery, are kind of hard to play, anything past that is honestly worth checking out. Oh, wait, I can't use that. I'll get DMCA'd. How about I just talk for the outro? Sounds good? Okay. So I know this was an incredibly short video, and it's probably honestly a really shit video and one of my first. But to anyone who stuck around for this long in the video, I really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to be making more video essays and content like this, hopefully longer in the future. And I might get better as time goes on, we'll see, who knows. But I appreciate you just watching this video. I hate hearing the sound of my own voice, so I'm going to cut it short, and thanks for watching.